Hey, First District in Lexington, Kentucky. What a pleasure it is to announce November's council comment from the First District. Of course, you will hear about the Lexington's Underground Railroad. And so we will be honoring the Haydens. Please stay tuned for the rest of the message, and it's always good coming into your living room. Thank you, Councilmember Fogle.
Lexington has this very deep history of the Underground Railroad that is not really talked about, and it's not, I think it's not really even in people's minds that it has any history or ties to Lexington. I'm Jeanette Tusmer. I'm the Executive Director of the Living Arts and Science Center here in Lexington.
And I'm Professor Gary R. Bibbs from University of Kentucky Fine Arts Sculpture.
Lewis and Harriet Hayden were enslaved people on North Limestone and were able to, through the Underground Railroad, find themselves to Boston. Able to become legislators, really help support the Freedom Train, the Underground Railroad as most people know it. So it's really amazing that these two people that lived on North Limestone made it to freedom and were contemporaries with Frederick Douglass, and they're part of writings that are just instrumental in assisting individuals to freedom. We're both committee members of the Lewis and Harriet Freedom Train Foundation, started here in Lexington. This organization was compiled of local community members, of individuals from the Lexington Arts Commission, to formulate some sort of community art project. We're really excited about a new project that we are working on that will sit on the edge of LTMS's property.
Conceptually, we got to first find the qualified artists who can conceive such a great idea. And not only just an artistic idea, but capture the essence of who he was. This is a really wonderful story, that breaks down between slavery, escape, and then humanitarian, and actually state official. Yep. So I mean, wow, what an amazing trail. So if you can't tell that story through this artwork, then we somehow missed the boat. A national, international call to artists. They're gonna be able to actually display the finished works to the public at the Lyric Theater, where everyone will get a chance to come and see the ideas before we vote on the final artist. And one other great thing to be talking about right now is that Lexington now have adapted a public art commission, which now entails 1% money's going to public art in Lexington, and that is kind of really giving a boost towards public art in Lexington, Kentucky. So, and part of that, this big project is coming about, which is a really large commission, $400,000. What's really wonderful about public art in Lexington is that now we can tell these stories, community stories, we can tell heroic stories, we can make these beautiful, wonderful, large pieces. We now have a John Henry, who's official native of Kentucky, artists at University of Kentucky. And all that history is now embedded in that large piece downtown. So it's a lot of wonderful things that can come from this. But then again, art in public places not only set landmarks, but they also set community and conversation. Yep. People get a chance to kind of converse in and around the piece and learn how to live with art.
So if we do this right, there's more light being shown in that neighborhood, there's a lot going on. There's the Lyric Theater, there's the Living Arts and Science Center, there's the Carnegie Center, there's the new History Museum. I mean, there's so many wonderful things that are happening if you just take a couple more steps past downtown north that can really energize and influence a community that is pretty awesome.